Time to get busy at this motherfucker.
Like we always do about this time.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the No Name Podcast. Long time no see. I am Quincy,
And this is Ivan.
and today we will be talking about, two of our main topics. Number one is Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance for the Super Bowl, and then two is Party Next Door and Drake's new album, some sexy songs for you ladies. And bro, I'm not. Before we get into this, bro, this setup is clean, bro. Like, come on, bro. We got the library in the background.
That shit
We
tough.
in front of the lawn. I just hope no Karen comes up and be like, "Get off my lawn,
Bro, there's gonna be some terrible things. I swear to God, I be watching the most wildest videos, or like the skateboarders.
Mhm.
Have you ever seen the skateboarders where they be trying to skate somewhere and it's like, bro, this is like not their property at all, or property at all.
Nah, I
And
just
then-
hate skaters in general.
Oh, all right, my fault.
I
get
mean,
that
I
guy?
do.
Get that
I had
guy
a
over
bad experience with them.
Why? What happened?
I went to a skate park at Venice Beach.
Oh, okay.
So
That's like a hella famous one.
so me and this girl, we went on a date there, and cause we was at Santa Monica, then we rode the electric scooters all the way to Venice Beach to the skate park.
Yeah.
And then we went up the rink, and then we saw everybody and stuff like that. So then I was looking, and then some old dude like tapped me. He told me to back because like they was like using that area. I was like, oh, my fault. And then some dude on the other side started like barking at me.
Oh,
This black dude.
Somebody's barking at you? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
like just like talking shit, and I wasn't paying him no mind, so I was trying to leave, and like his like everything like tuned out, and I just kept hearing his voice, and then I started barking back, and I was like, I was getting serious too, like I dropped my scooter too, cause I was ready.
You had a scooter?
Yeah, we was on an electric scooter.
Oh, I thought you meant like a little scooter at the skate park. Oh.
And then the girl that I was on a date with, bro, instead of staying there, she walked away.
Nah, you're lying.
I felt embarrassed too, cause I was like really gonna crash out.
Oh,
And
she was
then
like,
I tried to walk away, and then cause when I was getting serious and I started approaching him, then he started backing away and like started skating. And then when I left, I went down the little walkway. So I was about to leave, and then he came up to me. Well, he didn't come to my face. Like, he approached. He didn't, like, go over the railing. And then, like, he was talking shit. And I was talking shit at him, and I just left because I was like, at the end of the day, talk is nothing but shit.
Yeah,
and I
right,
apologized to her. I felt really embarrassed. I was like,
I would've been madder than fuck. Why you gonna walk away? You make
exactly.
me look like a bitch. You
Like,
make me look
bro,
stupid.
she
Like,
didn't even.
oh.
Anyways,
My fault.
back to the main subject. As we all know, Kendrick Lamar did perform his 2025 halftime show.
That shit was crazy.
There's a lot of mixed feelings, and well, in my opinion, I thought the show was great. I really loved the message of the show. I liked. Let's take away 5 key takeaways.
All right.
The Uncle Sam is number 1.
That's a real big one.
Number 2 is his dancing / setup. Like, you know, when they all jumped out the car,
Yeah,
and then they made the American flag,
Mhm.
and then
you had
Serena
what else?
Williams.
Yeah, Serena Williams.
She's a third one.
the PlayStation.
PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
And
What else?
what's that? 3. So 3 is Uncle Sam.
Mhm.
They're dancing. Serena Williams, because she's a big factor, and many people
That's Drake-
probably
that's
think
Drake's
that she's a
ex.
small.
That's Drake's ex.
That's what many people just might think it is, but I
Yeah.
feel like it's more than that.
Oh, you know what else? There's like just a little like chime in a little bit. It's people were getting at her because I believe she was crib walking, doing that the little dance, and
Mhm.
then not supposed to be heard, but I think it's that one of her sisters got killed because of a crip killed one of her sisters, and then people were like hella getting heated over that
Why? Because she's doing a
because
crip
she's
dance.
doing it. It's like I was like, but then to me, I'm like,
Do they know the origins of a crip dance though?
that's what I'm saying. Where I'm like, a lot of people are saying like, oh, like promoting gang affiliation of certain things, and I'm like, bro, like it's at this day and age, it's just a dance now. Like it really, it's still called a grip walk. However, it's no longer as so affiliated with gangs no more, rather than it's a dance move in that sense.
I mean, I really.
That's what I believe.
I mean, people want to pick and choose because when they see these little white kids doing this on TikTok, they just think it as a TikTok dance. But at the end of the day, you still doing it.
You still doing it exactly. You still
Exactly,
showing that off.
and you don't know the origins of it and the influence the Crip Walk had. But that, and then there was a lyric that he said that really caught my attention. He said, before he performed, Humble, I think. He said the revolution will be televised. You picked the right
Mhm.
time, but the wrong guy.
Mhm.
I feel like that lyric right there, or that bar right there, really caught my attention, and it like stood out the most
You know where it's from?
because Gil Scott's the revolution will not be televised. His
That's dope.
song.
Yeah.
Because if y'all don't know who Gil Scott is, he was an African American artist slash poet and activist, and he made a song called "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised." And he said in the interview, he said the revolution is what the mindset,
Yeah.
and he said that the meaning that the revolution will not be televised is you cannot see what somebody is going through in their mind.
Mhm.
So that's how it won't be televised.
Yeah.
And
It was
then
something crazy. Well, like when I listened to it, I tripped out on it because I'm just learning this within one of my classes in the hip hop, just like the beginning of it and everything. And I was like, man, why does that sound so familiar? And then going back, I went to go look at like a video. I'm like, I know it sounds familiar. And I went into my hip hop thing, my class, searched up the videos we all went through, and I was like, dude, I'm like, even when I heard it from him, not Kendrick, but the other guy.
Gil Scott.
Yeah, Gil Scott. I was like, just the way he said it, Kendrick said it too, is that he said it exactly like how he
With
said
power.
it. And just with power, like that.
The first time I heard
energy I got
the
from
first time I heard that wasn't actually from Gil Scott. You know, Kanye sampled him.
Gil Scott.
Yeah,
What song?
that poem, "My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Lost in America." He uses this poem at the end. If you know what I'm talking about, that was the
hell
first.
no.
That was the first ever time that I heard it, and then I heard Gil Scott, and then when Kendrick said that, that was interesting because what does it mean that the revolution will be televised? You picked the right time, but the wrong guy.
Mm-hmm. The wrong guy.
Like, what do you think that means?
Honestly, having a conversation between like amongst people with that Super Bowl, I believe that a lot of what we're seeing now is almost what is it these recent Super Bowls where it's just been black artists, like straight real black artists that are like just putting a whole lot of like people on the map and just like putting themselves out there, getting so much publicity and being so popular. I believe it's kind of like giving, I mean, if we're being completely honest, the people that could attend the Super Bowl is a majority of white people that have money. Like if we're being completely honest. So like a lot of these people
And that's America's quote unquote
and that
sport.
exactly. So but then again,
They pick niggas to entertain it though.
crazy. So that was like a real big thing where I was like, but they're not liking it though. They're hating it. A lot of people like
I feel like it depends on the genre. Because I feel like when The Weeknd performed, because you know The Weeknd was
Mhm.
pop and stuff, people liked it. When Usher performed, Usher's what, R&B and pop,
yeah.
and then I think Beyonce performed, so you know people went crazy for Beyonce. You know people went crazy over Michael Jackson, but I feel like too
It's rap.
more so. I don't really remember much when Dr. Dre and them performed, so I'm not gonna speak on that. But I say with this one, it's more so quote unquote America didn't like this one because they didn't like how one, it was rap, and two, it was a black artist. Because I feel like if it was Eminem, like if it was him, people would have went crazy. And
Exactly.
then also his statements that he made.
Political
you know, Republicans
statements,
was saying that it was quote unquote too political.
And that,
I
that was
mean,
one thing that they hated.
It just reminded me of when remember the BET award when Kendrick was on top of the cop car rapping "All Right."
Yeah.
And then what did Fox News do? The anchor on Fox News said rap music has done more damage to black people than racism.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I thought it was such a crazy statement when I first heard that. I'm like, bro, like, and then from that, and then from also hearing Uncle Samuel Jackson, hearing him say, "Stop being ghetto, don't be getting too loud." Like that was a real big thing. Where I was
And then
like,
that connects
yeah,
with
and it connects with everything that everybody be saying.
Oh, this is the worst halftime show ever. I don't know what he said. You fucking knew what he said.
Message, the
exactly.
exact
You know
message
what he was saying.
out.
What the hell?
So that was a real big thing where I was like, man, like, but again, regardless of who you are, I know you heard that message. I know you felt that message, and
especially if you are African American
exactly.
yourself. It's not even a fact because now I hate this where whenever we talk about Kendrick or Drake, we got to bring up either or. I hate that now, but it is what it is because of the rap beat.
Yeah.
And then a lot of these people who, I'd say a lot of black people who are on Drake's side, they just shitted on this show. But it's like, put the beef aside, like look at what he's standing for, look at what he's doing for hip hop and what he's doing for your community as well.
So I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it was just like, honestly, I enjoyed that beat. I mean, it just got people.
It might not
going.
have been the songs that you wanted him to perform,
No, it may not, but still, it was.
but you
It
can't.
needed to be heard. Though.
Everything,
It
like
needed to be heard,
every
though.
part of it was a banger. Like I said, the only negative was that he sounded a little bit too low.
Quiet.
Yeah, like his mic was like
Mhm.
turned down a little bit.
And
That
then
makes
and
sense.
then even hearing the crowd, like that was one thing. Like I noticed that they specifically when they said A minor,
Mhm.
I heard that, but they sounded like they turned him down and then turned the crowd up. That's what it sounded like. Like now you can hear the background again, and
Yeah.
then now it's thrown back into him. Where I was like, I low key hate that though when they do that because
Yeah,
I
so
feel like
it
you
was
don't
like
get
audio.
It.
Like that was the
Yeah.
only downfall of the show was
I
audio.
feel like the audio wasn't that good.
But
Yeah, that
overall,
was
the show
annoying.
was fire. My favorite song that he performed was Euphoria. I was not expecting Euphoria.
Me either. I tripped out on that.
As soon as he did Euphoria, I was like, yeah, he's gonna.
Yeah.
Gonna do it.
He gonna do it.
And then he kept
gonna do
edging it too.
Yeah, I was
'cause,
like,
and another thing that stood out that he said was 40 acres and a mule. This is bigger than music.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like bringing it all the way back to slavery because
Yeah,
you
that
know
shit tripped me out.
when slaves were free, they were offered 40 acres and a mule.
Yeah.
So they've been like fucked financially from the
Basically.
start.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's not the first time that he's brought that lyric up. If you heard
I forgot what song it was.
For Free on To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah. Okay.
He says fuck. 40 acres. He said he brings out that line. So like he's always talked about African Americans struggling financially or America, the system, the government fucking them over financially or just fucking them up and period. And then something that Samuel Jackson said was when Kendrick got done performing Peekaboo with the San Francisco or the Oakland dance group, he said you brought your homeboys, scorekeeper, deduct one life. Then it's like, what does deduct one life mean from the viewpoint of the government or the United States for black people or two black people?
It was just like, what exactly does it mean?
Yeah, what do you think it means?
Man, I mean, well, could you explain that again real quick?
What he said?
Yeah, kind of like a little bit like.
So remember when he performed Peekaboo?
Yes.
With all the black people? Samuel Jackson.
The light post, right?
Yeah, and then Samuel Jackson came up and then he was like, oh, so I brought your homeboys. You the culture cheat code, scorekeeper, deduct one life. What do you think that means? Because that's Samuel Jackson is the government or the white America talking, and he's saying deduct one life to these African Americans. So what do you think that means?
Oh, I believe. Like,
or even what do you think the government like if it was Mexican American people and they say deduct one life, what do you think that would mean to you? If that better helps the question.
I believe, isn't it like, okay, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna probably have another idea where it's like, oh, it's like your own killing your own, kind of that sense, and then it's them kind of influence you to like kind of kill your own, basically, in that sense. And then let's say like you kind of don't exist, and that's what I think is like you kind of don't exist within our system. That's what I believe it is. Like you're kind of just trash in that sense.
I would say deduct one life in that sense. I would say either one, incarceration, mass incarceration, because you know a lot of black people are charged with crimes that they didn't commit.
That percentage,
or
is
even
crazy.
if they did commit a little crime, they're severely charged. I feel like that's deducting one life because it's like, bro, you go to jail, especially as a black man in America, it's kind of hard to like bounce back on your feet. I'm not saying that it is impossible, but I'm saying like it's kind of hard to bounce back on your feet.
You can't even get a job at that.
Because nobody's gonna want to hire you, bro.
And then adding that you have a criminal record, and then you're black. I mean, nobody's gonna want to hire you.
Exactly. So I feel like that's deducting one life.
That makes sense, though. Yeah, that 100% makes sense. But then that's what I said also, where it's like, I think it's an influence of how the government puts black communities all together, and they let them kill themselves in that sense because of what they're not giving them, and then how
or even how they affect
because they influence that crime, they influence that drug dealing, they influence that killing, or like even in the Boys in the Hood, they even said that what do you see in every predominantly black neighborhood, in every corner, every corner.
Liquor store,
Liquor stores,
gun store,
smoke shops,
fast
gun stores,
food,
anything like that. And it's there to keep you within that community. It's you don't get out because they're not letting you get out. And that was a real big thing. That's a real big thing where I think I kind of felt that message or kind of heard that message within what he was saying. And I genuinely think that from that I was like damn, like that's why I believe that they said it was so political because of how much, but it wasn't political in the sense of like oh this and this and this either side. It was
politics,
about,
let's vote for X, Y, and Z.
No,
No, it was about the U.S.
The U.S.
and how the U.S. treats black people
system.
or even color of people in that sense.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if this is a stretch or this is racist, but when they started hopping out the car, I just thought of like Mexicans.
Oh, me too.
I straight just thought about Mexicans.
But I thought it was cool though. Like I thought it was.
I was
cool,
like, how the
yeah.
fuck they all them fit in the car?
Yeah, bro, I was tripping. I was like, damn. But yeah, that shit was funny. But also with that. Oh, another line that really, really, really got to me too was, I believe it was something about, you can't fake influence. I forgot how that went, but
when he was teasing, not like us.
And it really was like, it like kind of was like, damn.
It's a cultural divide. They try to fake influence or something like that.
Yeah, they try to. Yeah, so it was something similar to that.
Yeah,
and I was like. And I was like, damn, I was like, that line before he started off, I forgot what, I think he did start off not like us. Oh, no, yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
It was after that he said that.
Yeah, he said 40 acres and a mule, and then he said that one, and then he went into not like us.
Yeah, so, dude, just hearing those two, I was like, damn, I was like, bro, it popped off in a sense where I was like, he dissed him. He dissed him. I think the flaked influence where it was a diss, and then it went straight into the song, and I was like,
I feel like that was a diss to him and then white America as well, because it's like I mean, I'm not trying to get too political. I'm not trying to sound like no Anderson Cooper or CNN, but we got to be honest. Like without people of color, whether it's black people, brown people. I feel like that's predominantly the two main people of color that built the U.S. I mean, you could throw in Asian people.
I honestly throw in Asians too.
You throw in
Asians?
Yeah,
honestly, because there's a lot of things that they'll do. They primarily do. That a lot of us won't.
Okay, so then we could throw in
everybody
those.
got jobs. Everybody got
we could throw in those three demographic groups and say like, bro, like we, or not us, but our ancestors
our people
built America.
Built America.
So I feel like that's the influence. And then, this new influence of America, make America great again and shit like that. Yeah, it is definitely a cultural divide that he said, and you definitely see it.
Yeah,
But,
for sure.
If you was graded A, B, C, D, F, what would you grade it?
A, B, C, D, F?
Mm-hmm. A plus being phenomenal. You want to change the thing.
The Super Bowl?
Yeah. Oh, no, the halftime show.
Oh, halftime show.
Not the fucking game. The fucking game's trash.
Hey, honestly, I wanted to see the damn halftime show more than the damn Super Bowl, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, but if I were to scale it, honestly, I'll give it a B plus.
You give it a B plus?
Because of just audio. I want to hear that shit thumping. Like, I want to hear that shit loud. And then another thing, too, is that, like, I feel like you could have done a little bit more different with certain, like, areas or, like, certain, like, stages. Because it felt like the Xbox, the PlayStation shit, I don't like it that much. I genuinely think he could have had a different type of setting that could have fit that whole style of what he was doing a little bit more. Like I feel like he could have done some cool shit. Like when I was thinking like for example, like just in the hood. Like when you think of the hood, I would think of like a cul-de-sac with some like looking like projects type shit. Like I feel like he could have done some cool shit like that. But I kind of didn't like the PlayStation thing until like the very end, where you seen all the lights.
You saw the game
that
over.
Was hard. I was like, ugh. And then another thing too that was funny as fuck is when he looked at the camera and said, "Hey Drake," and I was like, ugh. I was like, that shit was hard, bro. But yeah, honestly, I'll give it a B plus. If anything, I'll give it an A.
You give it an A?
I'll give it an A.
I'll give it a solid A.
I'll give it an A for sure.
Because the only reason why it doesn't get an A plus is because of the audio.
I genuinely feel like the audio.
I feel like that wasn't his fault. Like that's NFL's fault.
100%.
But yeah. But moving on. No, we got that out the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, the Super Bowl sucked ass too.
Yeah, whatever, bro. Your boy, Party Next Door, and Drake dropped the new collab album together.
Freaky ass album.
an R&B collab album called "Some Sexy Songs for You." You didn't hear the whole album, did
Nah,
you?
I heard partially like a couple songs.
I sat down and I reacted to the whole channel, whole album for my channel. Oh, check it out, guys. By the way, if you didn't watch it, check it out.
Links in the description.
Yeah, like shit, boy. I said I gave the album. I was being fair. I'm not being no hater. I gave the album a C plus
Interesting.
because
Why C+?
there were definitely songs on the album where it was a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Let me talk about the positives. There were definitely good songs, a few good songs on the album. I said my favorite song was "Greedy." That's the last track. It was my top 3 were "Greedy," "Die Trying," and then there was some other one when Drake was like spitting on this R&B trap beat. And then the worst song was probably that Spanish song he did. That one, and then
I heard that one.
there's another track
That
that
shit
he
was
did
funny.
that was awful.
That shit was funny.
Um,
That shit killed me.
there was a few good tracks that they both did. That was my first ever time listening to P&D.
Really?
I never heard him.
No way.
I never heard him.
Oh, he has some good songs, bro. Like I cannot, like, without a doubt, he has some fire ass hits, and I'm like,
And then I feel like with his performance, like his performance was either a hit or a miss on the songs he was featured on, and a lot of them were misses. I feel like Drake could have did this album probably by himself, or probably with a different artist than P&D.
Well, if we're being completely honest, I don't think he could be with anybody else, bro. Because if in reality, there's a lot of people that don't mess with Drake as much no more, bro. Especially people that like.
I mean, yeah, that's probably another reason why, because that's his like record label partner.
Yeah, that too. But then again, it's like he don't got a lot of people in his circle no more.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't mess with him because it's just the sore loser things you would do. Like, he's just a sore loser. Like, he didn't take his L, so he ended up facing the consequences of being kind of like, what's the word? What's the word when you're kind of like when you're like separated from a community?
Outcast.
Like an outcast. Yeah, he became an outcast within like the rap game, I believe. And like how I said,
Tell these kids to shut the fuck up. What were you saying?
but like I said before, is that when it comes to Drake, I mean, there's not a lot of people that are behind him no more. I mean, they seen his true colors, but he's always been like that. But they seen his true colors a lot
There's still
more.
gonna be niggas in the industry that rock with him. It's still gonna be his niggas in the industry that rock with him, or his fan base that rocks with him. Like, for example, like this album was dedicated to his girls. This album was for women.
I mean, it was dropped on what? Was it
Valentine's
Yeah,
Day or the
Valentine's
night
Day.
before, because you know they always drop an album the night
It
before.
dropped at like 10. It dropped at like 10.
Yeah, so you know this album was for the girls. I mean, as a guy, when I listened to the album, like I said, there was a few good songs, but it's not a classic. It's not up there with R&B albums all the time. It's not a classic. Like, I feel like if you pick out certain albums from Drake's discography, like his great albums or his good albums, this is definitely left out. If you compare this album to any of his albums in his discography, the only album that you could compare this to is Honestly Nevermind, because Honestly Nevermind was like house music / R&B.
It was real different when that album came out.
Yeah, like
Everybody was
you
what the hell
can't
is this?
compare this to like if you're reading this to like you can't do that
Nah,
because those are two different vibes.
Way
And then
too different.
people try to compare this to GNX, and I'm like, you can't compare the two because they're two
No.
different vibes.
This is primarily.
This is
for
R&B.
girls.
Exactly, this is
Like,
an R&B
yeah.
album, R&B / hip hop album,
Mhm.
and then GNX is a rap album.
Yeah, and then it's like, it's LA, like it's coming in hard, but that's coming in softly.
And then you can't compare. I mean, I guess you could pick out what Luther and Gloria from GNX.
Yeah.
I mean, those two songs are wiping every song off of Some
Yeah,
Sexy
bro, it's
Songs for
like-
You.
yeah.
Like I said, you can't compare the two albums because they're on two different levels. But if we're talking about Sexy Songs for You, I said like it's something that you would play for like if a female was over.
That's what I'm saying. Put a little low.
Yeah, like and that's it. Like you
Yeah.
doing your
Set a
thing.
vibe, but other than that, who's
But-
gonna be bumping that shit in their car loud as fuck? I won't.
I won't. A female will. I mean, the ladies are
Yeah,
gonna
for
sing
sure.
to
The
it.
girls, but me, hell no, that'd be freaky as hell. Imagine me by myself in a car.
Exactly.
driving?
I'm looking like
Yeah,
slick
I'd be
guy.
like, damn. Like, what the fuck?
But and I felt like I don't think this was the I don't think that this was the move that he should have went with.
Honestly,
Making his album after what's his last album for Underdogs?
damn, was that his last album?
Yeah. 2023. I mean, it's still February. He's gonna drop another album
No,
probably
not
this
for all
year.
the dogs. Isn't it the one with like that intro with Kim? What's the name of that one?
Who?
Oh, that's a single, huh?
What you talking about?
You know the damn, what's the name, bro? Why do I always blank out on this? It's so she has a motorcycle helmet. It's on this. I don't know if it's a single or an album.
What?
A motorcycle helmet, and it's a girl. That's one of the albums that he.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
All
Oh, you talking
right.
about Her Loss?
Isn't that Her Loss? Was
That
was
2022.
that was 2022? I thought
Yeah,
that was...
For All the Dogs came out later.
That's bad at that. That's bad at that. For real? Is what?
Mm-hmm. Because it was Certified Lover Boy, then Her Loss, and then For All the Dogs.
Oh yeah. So For All the Dogs was the last album that came out.
Yeah, in 2023. But I feel like this album wasn't the mood to come off of. I mean, I guess he did it just because like it was for Valentine's Day. It was probably like some throwaways he did in a studio or something like that, and then he knew like the women would listen to it
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
He
But
probably
I
already
mean,
had this set up for a
Huh?
while. They probably had this set up for a
yeah,
little
like
bit.
I said, I mean it's still February, so he obviously has time to drop another album this year.
Yeah. He
I
did.
hope if he does, like it comes off hype. And first off, speaking of hype, did you hear that song on his album, Give Me a Hug?
No.
God damn, you gotta listen to this shit.
Bro,
So
I'm telling
basically,
you. I'm telling you, I don't like Drake that much, bro, no more. Like, it's just like I hear a song from him, I'm like, let me skip this shit real quick, because I just don't feel it no more. It's not there. Like, I'm not dick writing, bro. It's just a sore loser shit that he did. It just doesn't correlate with how I like music. And I'm
do you
like,
feel
bro,
the same way with Kanye?
Kanye too? I barely listen to Kanye now.
Yeah, me too. I like, bro, this nigga on some nut shit, bro.
Crazy, bro. I'm like, nah, like, I don't know about all that.
Like listening to My Beautiful Dark Twisted, it's not the same.
It isn't.
I
It isn't.
understand people say separate the art from the artist, but it's like, bro,
How, bro?
I really can't do that anymore because it's like, bro, you doing loser shit and it's fucking up how I'm vibing with your music.
Exactly, and you're just making me feel. At this point, I just feel uncomfortable blasting your music now because now I feel like I look weird. People will be looking
Yeah.
at me. I'm like, oh, like, he made graduation.
But-
I'm just like,
In the song "Give Me a Hug," basically he addressed the beef, and to sum it up,
really?
he was like, "Oh, I'm still here. Oh, these niggas hate on me. They've been waiting to hate on me or to see me fail. 21 was the only nigga that was there for me, and I'm still on top." And when I heard the track, you gotta really listen to the track. When I heard the track, I was like, it had like 3 beat switches,
Yeah, I'll give it. a
and
listen
I
when
was
get home.
like, I didn't fuck with it. I mean, people were going crazy over it. I didn't fuck with it because, to be honest, in the track, he just sounded like, oh, poor me. People are shitting on me. Poor me. Like, he played like the victim
being
card.
a victim. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
he played the victim card. And then it's like, bro, like, everybody takes their L in something. Everybody loses in something,
He's
bro.
not taking his L, bro.
But in this situation, you didn't have to respond to like that. I mean, the public was demanding you to respond to like that.
But you didn't. You
But
really
I
didn't.
felt like if you look back at it now, if you would have known this outcome of the beef, you probably shouldn't have responded to. If I would have known like the outcome of like how bad you would have got done in.
No, yeah, for sure.
Are you good?
No, we shouldn't.
Yeah, turn that shit down, nigga. But if I'd rather for you to not pick the beef, cause like I mean it wouldn't have affected you really.
No.
But I mean you decided to enter into this beef and then take it to a realm that it shouldn't have went into, and then when you start getting clowned on, then you want to do hoe shit and then bullshit.
For no reason at all.
And then it's like, bro, now you want to play the victim, but it's like it's like so soft and it's disappointing as a hip hop fan and even a Drake fan. Cause I'm not gonna lie. I mean, listening to Drake, obviously, I'm thirsty. It's not the same.
Yeah.
I didn't know Drake. Drake was probably like one of the first rappers that I knew when growing up. I knew him before Cole and Kendrick. But it's like, bro, look at how you're approaching these situations, bro. It's not gonna be the same. Like, imagine if Biggie would have did some shit like this, or Jay-Z with Jay-Z and Nas,
Loud as though. But yeah, of course, like you look like a punk. You
or
look
like Eazy-E, like when Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg dropped Chronic and dissed Eazy-E. Like, imagine like if they all would have
That's what
did
I'm
this
saying.
approach, bro. Bro, you fucking clown, and then you want to drop a song and then
Mm.
play the victim, but it sounds hard though.
Switch it.
But switch it this way.
No,
Oh, this way.
Yeah.
Oh, my fault.
You're good, you're good.
But like, it sounds hard though. But if you listen to it lyrically, like, it's like, bro, I don't want to hear you fucking playing the victim.
No, you look like a baby back bitch. Like you just, bro, like just take your L, man. It just makes no type of sense to be doing that shit around people, especially the amount of influence and like just how much the public knows you, just how much people will be following you, and then for you to just look like a bitch, it makes you as a fan be like, damn, like one of my favorite rappers looks like a bitch right now. He's being weird. And again, with the whole shit is like, it's not cool.
No,
bro.
I mean, obviously you gonna still. I mean, you can only say it. You could say that because like you're a hip hop enthusiast. Like you're really into hip hop. Like this is something that you grew up on, and like you're deep into it. Whether it's, well, I can't even say hip hop for the '80s because I'm like iffy on the '80s, but like more so like you grew up listening to '90s, 2000s, 2010s, and the present. So like you're really deep into this shit, and you could dive deep into like the lyrics and stuff like that. But it like for like the casual listener who doesn't give a fuck about that, like they're not gonna care.
No, they're gonna be like, oh, like, all right.
This shit
Oh,
is
he said some
hard.
shit. Oh, like,
Exactly.
oh, he's dissing him, but yeah.
But like for like me, cause I feel like I am a hip hop enthusiast. I'm like, bro, come on, bro, what are we doing here?
It's
But
just stupid.
overall, I will give the album a C plus though. I gotta give credit where credit is due.
Who we
And
giving the most credit to, Drake or P&D?
Drake,
Really?
like I said, P&D was either a hit or miss, and he was a lot of misses.
It's because he has his own sound. Honestly, I feel like
It sounded like when he was singing, it sounded like in the studio, like he was like hella far away from the mic, and I'm like,
nah.
is that what he like actually sounds like, or that's just because of the album?
No, I don't know about that.
And then I didn't like how Drake he did his little accents. He did his UK drill accent, and then he was like,
Nah, I'm about to listen to
because
this
Ice
one.
Spice was on that track, but
No way.
she wasn't rapping. She was just like talking.
Oh, doing ad-libs or what?
She was like, you know how Drake be having some of those songs that like
Oh, yeah,
women
yeah.
be like talking
Just
about
talking, yeah,
nonsense.
Yeah.
Like she was doing the same
What'd she
thing.
say? What'd she
She's
say?
like, I'm a Capricorn. Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck?
And then he did his Spanish accent. I was like, with that song, I like the what's it, the guitar or whatever. I like that, and then I like the Spanish dude that he had on the song. But Drake and P&D, holy shit, they
don't work together well.
for that song. They didn't work together. But yeah, I gotta give credit where credit is due. I mean, it was a C plus. There was still some cool little songs on the album. I mean, it's not a classic. It's not it's not the best or one of the best R&B albums. But I mean, it was for the ladies, so the ladies are gonna enjoy it.
Honestly, it is what it is type of album. I felt like just from what I hear about it and like from the snippets I heard, it just honestly it kind of felt like it was just the same sound over and over again in the same songs.
That's why I was
It
saying
sounded so similar,
bro. I said this about the Weeknd's new album, Hurry Up Tomorrow. I said some of the songs on the
Repetitive,
album
bro, it was
they
just
sounded
repetitive.
the same, or like
Yeah.
they had like the same energy, same vibe, and I was like, sometimes I was like, damn, I could have sworn I just heard this song like
Yeah.
2 songs ago, like the previous song.
No, yeah.
But I mean, the Weeknd's album was that shit was guys. I give it an A. You know he's coming out with a movie.
Really?
Hurry Up Tomorrow, because I guess this
Oh,
is
yeah, I
his
seen that, I seen
last album. I don't know.
His last album was The Weeknd. He's making his name, his actual name. I think his name is Adele or some shit. Not Adele, but like
Abel.
Adele. The fuck. Yeah.
Wrong person.
My bad. But yeah.
I thought
Abel.
this wasn't his last album.
No, I think it is his last album as The
That's what I was-
Weeknd. As The Weeknd though.
So he's killing that image.
He's killing that image, but I mean, brother, you had that image since what, 2012, 2014?
Because
And it was
the
like-
last song on the album, the outro, I think it's the intro to one of his like first albums that he did. I think so. I don't know. Somebody told me that as an Easter egg, and I was like, I didn't notice that.
Oh.
So he's still coming as Abel.
I think he's gonna start coming as Abel now, like within his music, because I think he's just killing off that character that he made for himself. But I'm like, bro, that's like
You think he's gonna switch up his
whole
style?
flow and everything.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Might
I don't
as
think
well.
so. I don't think so. I
Why?
feel like we gonna have similar. I think he's gonna start doing new shit. Like I feel like he's gonna start doing something different. But people aren't gonna like it because there's like it ain't The Weeknd. But
Nah, people are still gonna listen to him. Like, bro, he's one of the biggest pop stars on this earth.
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
So people are still gonna listen to him though.
No, but I think that's what he's doing. I was killing off that character, and he wants because I don't think he wants to be named that no more. I think he just got over it. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I feel like every artist goes through that phase where they're like, man, this name's whack. Like I don't really like it no more. I want something different. And I just hope you don't go off on the deep end like some other artists, you know, like where you just starts becoming a different person.
Kanye.
Yay. He's no longer Kanye. He's Yay. But yeah, like I just genuinely think that people that rappers or anybody in the music industry that changes their name like that, like a switch up like that, I feel like they're having like,
you know who switched their name up, and I forgot all about this nigga.
Who?
Comethazine. Remember him?
Oh,
He made Walk. I walk around like that nigga. Finger on that trigger.
Oh,
If a nigga
what?
wants his money,
what the hell?
What's I guess he changed his whole entire persona to Frank something. I didn't hear his music. I haven't heard bro's music in like so fucking long.
I'm gonna say I haven't heard that shit.
I'm trying to look his shit up right now.
Is it actual name or is it just a made up name again?
Is his new name?
Is it his name though? Like
Frank Cole.
Frank Cole.
That's what he's used. Frank Cole on November 17, 2025. Comethazine began alternative rock
It's cool
music
shit,
under
I'm
the
not gonna lie
name
with you.
Frank Cole.
I'm freezing.
So he does rock music now.
He does rock music? That's
His name is
hard.
Frank, that's not hard.
But like
I
that's
don't
like
even wanna
cool
hear that
to go
shit.
from some crazy ass rap to some rock. That's kind of dope. That's kind of
I
dope.
mean, I guess his
As his art though.
his
like,
transition makes sense because like his style was like hardcore rap. He talking about slicing people's heads off and
yeah, that
shit.
shit was crazy, bro. I was like, what the fuck is on with this guy?
But-
Murderer right here.
Exactly.
When there were murder cases and their lyrics didn't mean shit or some shit, or when they were being used as like evidence, and I was like, damn.
No, but when he was dropping in, when I was in high school, Bosky was going hard. His albums were going hard. That shit was going hard. He was like dropping the album like every fucking month.
Man, I had a motherfucking speaker in my backpack playing that shit.
And I was blasting
while
Riddle.
walking home. Bro, that shit was hilarious.
You want to know something interesting I saw? So Charlemagne on the Breakfast Club, he was talking about, you know, TDE, Top Dog Entertainment.
Yeah. Oh, I love
He said that that's the greatest West Coast record label of all time. And I was like, I don't know about that one. I was like, Death Row?
Yeah, that Death Row was a big one, but I think he's probably thinking of it as like
The artist,
Like
and
the
like
artist,
the,
yeah.
the music that
But
they
then Death
produced.
Row has his own type of thing where people look at it crazy, you know?
Death Row put the West Coast on the map.
Yeah, but
No. I rephrase that. Ruthless Records put the West Coast on the map.
but then you had Rufus and then you had Death Row that took that.
you had Ruthless, Death Row, and then Aftermath.
Aftermath. Yeah. No, but then
Because Ruthless put West Coast, because you know Ruthless was NWA, Eazy-E's record label.
yeah.
And then when they all departed ways, then Suge Knight came in with Death Row.
That's what I'm saying.
And
bro.
then
That's
Death Row
where-
was Dr. Dre,
Mhm.
Pac, Snoop at some point. And then after Death Row fell off.
It didn't fall off. I think.
Nah, it fell off.
You think it fell off?
Yeah, it collapsed. The
Oh, yeah,
King-
you're
it
right,
collapsed.
yeah, my
That's
fault,
what I
yeah.
mean, like it fell off. Like the
Okay,
kingdom
okay.
collapsed. As soon
Okay,
as
my fault.
it's yeah.
What's good?
Knock
No,
it
we're
off.
doing a podcast.
But YouTube. I don't know about that one, gang.
We said we're doing a podcast. I didn't hear all that.
I didn't
my
hear all
fault.
that. Have a good night, bro.
Have a good one.
Anyway, that nigga tweet. Oh,
Fuck
look,
tweaking.
fuck
Look at
out.
that
Yeah, you're not helping us.
We about to talk about some crazy
Get
shit,
your
bro.
ass on.
Like-
Hey, Mom. Anyway, but you had
Wait.
I'm leaving that in too. I'm leaving all this shit in. I'm gonna do a lackluster job editing this. By the way, while Ivan is fixing the camera, this video is sponsored by nobody because we don't have any sponsors. So if you guys are enjoying the podcast so far, click on that like button, subscribe, share. Hi, Mom, if you're watching this. Hi, my sister, if you're watching this. Hi, my brother, if you're watching this. Hi, my grandma, if you're watching this. Hi, guys, I'm famous. Hurry the fuck up. So a black guy walks to a bar. Okay, anyways,
All right.
I still gotta go to that jazz thing.
Bro,
but,
it's about to be, what time is it? It's 6:40.
No, you got time. Starts at 7.
We
The
check
building is right there too. I'm leaving these chairs outside. Not
No
right.
way you're leaving these chairs
not right
outside.
here, but next to the building.
Okay, you can put them inside, can you?
I'm bringing shit. They really bring the fuck out of here. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, because we was talking about is TDE the greatest West Coast rap label, and I was like, no, you could. We was talking about Death Row fell off.
The
like
collapse
it
of-
collapsed.
yeah,
Like I mean, me and my dad had this conversation. I forgot what he was talking about. He was yapping. But I believe Death Row fell off when Pac died. Unless you feel otherwise.
Fuck God.
Or people can make the argument Death Row fell off when Dre left. But when did Dre leave?
No,
When
he
did
left
Dre?
way earlier.
Before Pac died, right?
Hella way early. He left.
No, my dad made the argument. That's what started it. That's what
The collapse of.
when Dre left. And I was like, I don't believe I don't
so.
think that.
No.
I think when Pac died, that's when the collapse.
Because he was their
Death
biggest
Row happened.
earning artist, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Him and Snoop. I mean, when Dre was on Death Row, I mean, it was cool, but like them losing Dre, I mean,
It was nothing to them at that moment.
yeah.
Yeah, he was just an upcoming. He wasn't upcoming, but
He
was
wasn't
there.
upcoming. I mean, he was there.
was
I mean, his
there.
presence was felt.
Yeah.
But I feel like it wasn't like,
It wasn't
oh
as big as it
shit,
was,
like this
yeah.
is the end of our empire.
No,
No.
no.
When Pac died, that was like the end of Death Row.
But then, because after that, I think Suge ended up getting some other artists, and he ended up just fucking up everybody over.
And then Snoop went to the South and he signed to Master P's label. I forgot their record label.
I don't remember the name of it either.
You know who Master P is though?
I know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he left. But so you had Ruthless,
Mhm.
and then you had Death Row, and then the aftermath was Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
And then you have TDE. I mean, I would say the most influential West Coast rap label, it has to be Ruthless.
No, Ruthless 100%.
It's Ruthless.
Because they changed the whole rap game. I mean,
Yeah,
really did.
they changed. They put West Coast gangster rap on the map. They put
Exactly.
gangster rap on the
Yeah,
map.
it was gangster. Yeah, they literally put that shit
And then
on.
they produced, Straight Outta Compton, Fuck the Police, Gangsta.
Again, that was a real big one.
And then
too,
they
Fuck the
produced
Police.
two of the biggest gangster rap artists of all time. And then one of the arguably the greatest producer of all time. They produced Eazy-E and then Ice Cube. Ice Cube doesn't get enough credit that he deserves.
Nah,
like,
hella,
bro,
he
Ice
wrote
Cube is
hella
top 10,
lyrics.
and he's definitely one of the pioneers for gangster / West Coast rap.
100%.
And then you have Dr. Dre. So I mean, yeah, Death Row did produce Snoop Dogg and Tupac, and then all these other hits, and then Dr. Dre's record label did produce 50 Cent, Eminem, Exhibit,
Yeah.
but Ruthless, in my opinion, I say Ruthless is number 1, Death Row's number 2, TDE is number 3,
Yeah.
and
'cause
Aftermath is number 4.
Aftermath was number 4. That's where you're
Yeah.
placing.
Because TDE roster is stacked.
No, yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, Kendrick is still on that roster no matter what. Even if he's not with the
Regardless.
record label anymore, he's still on that
he's always,
roster.
Yeah. I mean, that shit only like they all had their influence in those like record labels. That shit was dope though. But yeah, I genuinely feel like was there anything ever has anything ever happened within TDE?
Like drama.
Just drama wise, like I don't believe there nothing that I know of.
Reason. Remember Reason from TDE? He made that one song with Vince Staples.
Reason. How does that song go?
Fuck. He made the one song with Vince Staples and Isaiah Rashad and like
Oh.
JID hopped on that remix.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
This is Reason.
Wasn't he upcoming crazy too?
Yeah, he was on Lambo track, remember? He was on the Black Panther soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was upcoming. He was the only member from TDE that didn't have a song with Kendrick for some reason.
Which is weird.
Yeah, he left. He left like during the Kendrick and Drake beef.
Oh, honestly, there's probably some weird
I think he
clashes
was-
that were going on.
Because I think he was rooting for Drake
Ew, what's up with that tiger? Oh,
or something like that. Because I remember reading that, and I remember reading his letter when he left the record label. But yeah,
That's dumb.
but I mean that's it. I mean it's nothing major like fucking Ruthless.
yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like,
like
Rufus or
Death
Death
Row.
Row. Like, I think that's why he said that.
Because of their piece.
Because of just their piece. Like they were up there. They always stayed up there, but never kind of like dipped down, and they always did good for themselves.
And probably because of TDE produced a lot of artists.
Yeah.
I mean, you have, let's go down the line. You have Kendrick, J-Rock, Absol, Schoolboy Q, SZA, Isaiah Rashad, Zakari, Sir, Reason, Dolce or Duce, however you say her name.
That shit's super stuff. And this is a hella
I
different.
mean, you have a whole entire roster compared
genres.
to like
That's different genres.
these other record labels were Ruthless. You had Eazy-E, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, MC Ren, DJ Yella. Then Death Row, you had Dre, Pac, Snoop. And then Aftermath, you had Dre, M50. I don't know if Snoop signed to Aftermath. I don't know. But yeah. But I feel like TDE is definitely number 3 though.
Honestly, I think you're right on that one. It makes more sense. It just makes sense to put it there. Because it ain't the best, but it ain't the worst. It's just there.
Shit, what's the worst?
What's the worst?
Yeah.
I don't even know. They're the worst because I don't even know the record label.
Yeah.
Nah, but
you know who I think could have been like at the top of the West Coast rap game?
wait, wasn't it Death Row East?
That was nothing, cause that was like a record label that Suge Knight gave to Tupac.
Yeah,
They was trying to take over the West Coast and the East Coast for as far as rap.
but that shit did nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
I wouldn't say that's the worst. I feel like it didn't really start.
I said it didn't do shit.
That wasn't gonna do shit. You think Death Row East was gonna fucking do anything on the East Coast, especially because the East Coast was rocking with only East Coast music
yeah, that
at
shit
that
was
time.
hardcore, like what's it called, ride or die. Like
I
they didn't
mean,
give a fuck.
I mean, it's whatever.
Oh my god.
No, I'm joking. It was cool. I feel like it was obviously a different vibe from West Coast rap. I mean, I feel like if I listen to like that type of '90s East Coast rap, like it has to be like gloomy outside and raining. Like I could listen to like West Coast rap when it's like sunny and bright outside.
You just want to get active. You're like, ugh, like
Exactly. Like the only time I listen to Cream is if it's raining, or New York State of Mind is if it's raining or gloomy.
yeah,
or
you're kind of just like this, like sitting on.
Because that's the type of the vibe that this shit gives off.
It does. It gives you that like all right, like just like that, where you're just feeling it, and you're like, honestly, Cream was a dope ass song. I'll play that song whenever.
What do you think? Top 10 greatest hip hop songs of all time, out of order.
Out of order, I genuinely always love Cream.
Cream. That's definitely top 10.
Oh fuck. What is it? Is it Mob or not Mob?
Suge One's Part 2.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, Suge One. Part 2 or Part 1?
Part 2.
Okay, Part 2.
The song I used for the rap battle.
Yeah, Part 2 is dope.
Yeah,
as shit.
that's Part 2.
What's another one?
They say that's the greatest hip hop beat all time.
Bro, it is arguably a great beat. Like I cannot say enough.
That beat is tough.
Like that shit, you're like, like you feel it. You feel it.
Cream, Suge One's Part 2.
California
Love. 3. Okay, I agree with you so far.
What else?
Today was a good day. It was a good day by Ice Cube.
That was a fire one. And then I honestly, I love Straight Outta Compton. Like I just like.
I say fuck the police.
Like that was so like the fuck. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like
fuck the police.
Like fuck the police was a real
definitely
just,
in
like,
there because of the influence.
That influenced so many people to fucking throw up their middle fingers like this. Like I even throw up my shit like that for no reason. My finger ain't even broken. That's the reason why he did that shit. But like,
Cream, Suge One's Part 2, fuck the police. It was a good day. What was the other one we said? We only got 4.
I said California Love.
California Love. I agree.
And then what else? You like Big?
By who?
No, Biggie. You don't like Biggie Smalls? Really?
Not a Biggie fan.
Wow.
One because I ride for Tupac. Pause. And then 2, I don't think Biggie's all that. Bro, this is the same nigga that said, pause. You look so good, I want to suck your daddy's dick. Like, bro.
He did say some crazy shit.
And then East Coast niggas like, yeah, bro, that shit is hard, man. Like, bro, what the fuck?
I like the 10 crack commandments. I think that's the name of it. Where it kind of I think I'm like chopping the fuck out of that title.
I don't know.
But it's basically it was kind of like him explaining like the crack game, where he was like, first, don't sell anything around your house, and then second, don't like don't take credit from a crackhead because forget it or something like that. Where he was like,
don't-
it was dope. I honestly like that song.
I'm not gonna listen
Or
to
Party
that
and
shit.
Bullshit. Party and Bullshit by Biggie. That shit was hard.
I'm not gonna listen to that shit.
Fucking
shit.
what's it called? Those are good songs right there. And then I can't believe you don't like Biggie. Biggie has some dope ass songs though.
Whatever, nigga.
Yeah, my bad.
Nas is better.
Oh, Nas. Fuck.
New York State of Mind.
Yeah. That needs to go out there. I genuinely love that song. I'll sit there and that shit.
I like The World Is Yours better. You know, the world, whose world is this? I saw the Don Peak watching Gandhi on charge. They're right in there. My book of rhymes.
Damn.
The world catching Martin.
My fault.
Man
Pop
in
the
the
fuck off.
moon. Understanding the moon shit. I'm under its smoke.
Yeah, tight shit, tight
That
shit.
hip hop, but got me stuck like a crack pipe.
Shit. Hold on, let me see. I think.
I like that song better. All right, 5 more minutes.
Let me see.
Oh,
Oh, I love Dope Man by NWA.
NWA.
That I was like, ugh. Me like, oh man.
I feel like those are the top 5.
Honestly, I like those top 5 that
Those
I kept
top
with.
5.
You said top 10. I don't want to like go keep
Yeah,
going.
we can leave the audience to pick and
Yeah,
choose
that's
the
top
next
5.
top
That'll be.
5.
You be alright. You guys can figure that shit on your own.
Yeah, but all right, y'all. We gonna end it here because we gotta go to a jazzy rant. But once again, this is the No Name Podcast. I am Quincy,
I'm Ivan.
and we hope y'all enjoyed this video. We hope y'all enjoyed the setting. This setting is so tough.
This is
bro.
hard
We just gotta get some lawn chairs. That's it.
at this point because this shit's.
And then when we shoot during the daytime, it's gonna be tough. At night, it looks tough.
At night looks dope as shit.
But yeah, I like this, bro. But yeah, we hope y'all enjoyed this one. Comment down below you guys' thoughts on Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance, Drake's album, West Coast and East Coast rap, and everything that we talked about. And we will see y'all in the next episode. We out. Peace.
Later.
Since you ain't, I even, and all of, I'm the justice, and even, and all of, I'm the, since you ain't.